You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports 2. Well, we're going to talk about AEW, more specifically CM Punk. Now, in case you guys didn't know, CM Punk has went massively woke, really since last year, right around Roe versus Wade. He came out running his mouth about abortion rights and yada, yada, yada. And CM Punk has fully embraced that radical liberal mindset. Congratulations, CM Punk. Because guess what? You got the shit booed out of you during AEW All In yesterday. And yeah, he absolutely got the shit booed out of him. And so many people over in Wembley was pulling for Samoa Joe. Man, I don't know if you guys noticed, during AEW programming the last couple of weeks, ever since CM Punk came out with that damn transgender Trans Pride shirt on, he is getting booed. I mean, seriously. People are cheering for Ricky Starks right now. I mean, what? Yeah, that's happened. I mean, look, I know there's a sense that so many wrestling fans have went ultra woke, and yeah, a lot of wrestling fans are woke. I mean, it's something I didn't really see coming as somebody that grew up a fan of the Von Erichs down here in Texas. But yeah, a lot of wrestling fans are woke, and I don't give a shit if you are butthurt by this video. Also, CM Punk came out after the match in Wembley and held up a trans rights sign. Well, you can bet your ass we're covering that. And word has it, and there are multiple versions of this story, and we'll go over a couple of different ones, but allegedly CM Punk attacked Jack Perry as he was coming out for his match. Not Jack Perry coming out, CM Punk coming out, because that Jack Perry match had just ended on 0 Hour, and we've got a little clip because Jack Perry took a shot at CM Punk. All right, and it's on video about glass in a car and some comments that CM Punk made a while back. So, man, let's get to all of this because there is a lot to get to involving Punk, who is, maybe he is a punk. I don't know. Breitbart, AEW star CM Punk holds up a trans rights or human rights sign at Wembley Stadium. I guess CM Punk's favorite beverage is probably Bud Light. AEW star CM Punk posed with a sign that read trans rights or human rights after defeating Samoa Joe at the All In event at Wembley Stadium in London on Sunday. I got to give AEW credit. It was absolutely one of the most enjoyable, best pay-per-views I have gotten in a very long time, and they did a hell of a job. It looked great on television, and that they already announced they're going back next year. It was such a success. Bloodied from the intense match with his longtime rival, Punk celebrated with the crowd, including one fan who held up a sign reading trans rights are human rights. So let's just go right over here to the cmpunk.org Twitter/X page. There it is right there. Oh, my goodness. Oh, so brave, stunning, and courageous. Truly. As you are now getting your ass booed as you're coming to the ring and during events. And, I mean, they flipped the script over there in Wembley. When those fans very vocally started pulling for Samoa Joe, it was fantastic. And, yeah, canceled. I'll file this under shit I could care less about. I mean, he got his ass drugged. And this is on the CM Punk fan site that he got his ass drugged. Human rights must come first from a basic understanding of humans. There are only two genders. If one cannot understand this fundamental fact, all the other rights we cherish will be jeopardized. That's exactly what's happening. His name, CM Punk. Yeah, vomit emojis right there. Yeah, little Team America vomit. Yeah. Oh, everywhere. How about a biblical passage? Yeah. Yeah. Trans rights are dollar scratch-offs that think they are mega lotto tickets. Clown. There you go. Right there, looking like he's going to cry. That is CM Punk. All human rights should have rights. However, trans should not have special rights or protection than any other human on earth. Absolutely. Absolutely. A fake fighter that likes fake women. What a world we live in. Trans testicles should have no rights. Nobody cared until they started coming after the kids. That's evil. That's evil. He must be punch drunk. And there's my personal favorite. Ha ha. Transheiser-Busch Bud Light with a picture of CM Punk on it. I mean, bravo. Bravo. I mean, that's awesome. Like sucking down a Bud Light on occasion after a particularly skinful match too? Question mark. Groomer. What is so hard to understand? There are only two genders. Yeah. And make no mistake, there will be some hate on this video because, like I said, I mean, wrestling fans, a lot of them are woke. It is what it is. I mean, I did not see that coming. All the wrestling fans I know, point of fact, all of them are conservatives. All of them. I mean, not a single one is drinking a drip of anything owned by Anheuser-Busch anymore. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. This is not the first time Punk engaged in political messaging. Quote, in May 2022, Punk slammed those messaging him on Instagram over his apparent support for abortion rights following the leaked Supreme Court decision draft that would overrule Roe v. Wade, Fox News reports. He posted a photo of himself on his account showing him wearing a blue t-shirt that showed a picture of a vagina with a message, get your own, and then tell it what to do. Interesting. Punk's endorsement of the trans agenda comes after a backstage altercation involving Jack Perry. The two had been feuding over using real glass in a promotional spot involving a car windshield. Perry reportedly bumped Punk backstage, and the wrestler choked Perry before others intervened. The win left CM Punk in possession of the, quote, Real World Championship, a coveted title in the organization. Now, it should be noted, Breitbart doesn't, their sports coverage is not centered on wrestling, okay? They don't know all the ins and outs. We know that technically speaking, no, CM Punk's not the champion. MJF is. But I do like this real world title angle. I mean, it's entertaining, and frankly, these matches between Samoa Joe and CM Punk have been really damn good. This is pwtorch.com. Details are emerging of the altercation between Jack Perry and CM Punk backstage at All In after Perry's match and right before Punk's match. Perry had been antagonized during his pre-show match against Hook when he looked at the camera and made a reference to the dispute the two had earlier this summer. Okay, so let me see. I think I have that right here. I don't want to get copyrighted, but I'll just show the part where he talks. Pay attention up here, folks. They were wrestling Hook and Jack Perry on a car during 0 hour. Hell, man, this was a great show.
You know what this is right here? And then crushing.
Real glass.
Crushing the
Go
abdomen.
cry me a river.
Okay, so he said, real glass, go cry me a river. This is AEW Superfan. This is what made CM Punk angry. It started a couple of months ago when Punk told Jack that no real glass was to be used at Collision. Okay, so it sounds like he was saying, Punk was saying he did not want to do any actual spots or get involved with any matches that had real glass in it. And Jack Perry was like, I've got no issues with it. Cry me a river. Pretty interesting, right? Perry had wanted to use real glass in an angle, and Punk didn't want that done on Collision. Man, kind of sounding like a Punk these days, huh? Punk has a creative influence on the Collision product, along with other like-minded wrestlers. He felt it was gratuitous, and needlessly dangerous. I hate that word. Reports say Punk accused Perry of wanting to suffer legit cuts to his face to take the next week off. What? Perry referred to the incident during the fight with Hook on the limousine. We just watched that. Backstage, Punk confronted Perry as Punk headed to the entrance for his match. Our sourcing indicates that Punk got in Perry's face and asked if they had a problem. As words were exchanged, Punk pie-faced Perry and then restrained him in a face lock and threw some punches at him before he was pulled off. A frightful Select report says, quote, one side of the story said Perry approached Punk backstage first and bumped into his chest. Punk put it in a choke before it was broken up. A PW Insider Elite report said Punk went after Perry, quote, even hit Perry, but said versions of the story vary at this point. The stories don't differ greatly in terms of what happened other than who escalated matters first. But as eyewitnesses' accounts emerged, there might be some clarity on the nuances of who initiated the altercation. We've also learned the incident nearly caused a delay in the start of the opening match as production crews were scrambling to find a way to fill in time if Punk wasn't able to go out in time. PW Torch has learned both wrestlers had left the building. Perry was asked to leave first because his match was over first. Punk left after his match, but if he was going to be part of a post-match angle with his real-world title belt, he might return. PW Torch reported details earlier this month on Punk's similar reaction to an inflammatory comments made by Ryan Nemeth on Twitter. Read the article below. No, we're not doing that. So, anyway, there's what happened there. One thing we can take away, Jack Perry, CM Punk got into an altercation. It sounds real, and it sounds like it was over a dispute over whether or not glass was being used. And, I mean, look, let's be honest. Jack Perry threw a legitimate shade at CM Punk during that match with that real glass, go cry me a river. Look, if you're wanting to be a hot shot in wrestling, I mean, come on. Jack Perry is a rising star, and I like that. Now that I know exactly what he was talking about, I actually love that, to be honest with you. Create some real heat. And now you got to wonder, now that Hook has got the spoiler alert. Now that Hook's got the FTW title back, we got to wonder, Jack Perry, CM Punk, is that feud about to come? Because we got to assume the Samoa Joe thing is finally a wrap, even though the matches were really damn good between the two. So there you have it. CM Punk, full-on punk, and gets destroyed by fans over his newfound trans pride. My guess would be it's not newfound. I mean, he's woke as hell. He's Dylan Mulvaney in wrestling tights at this point, holding a Bud Light can in a little bathtub. Oh my goodness, drink Bud Light. Oh, Punk fans are going to be so mad at me. Okay, don't care. Don't care. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.